At Starbucks, we've more than doubled paid parental leave, now up to 18 weeks. Which means Starbucks baristas can spend more time with the best company they know, their families. At Starbucks, benefits like parental leave are just the start.
Learning through play starts with Lego Duplo. With Lego Duplo, toddlers can develop real-life skills while having fun with colorful bricks made just for them. Large, easy to grip, and safe to explore. When children express themselves with Lego Duplo, they build patience, problem-solving, and empathy. See your child learn perseverance and self-expression with everything they imagine and create. Visit lego.com/preschool to learn more.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
This episode is brought to you by GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco. Get the most out of your vehicle with GM Genuine Parts and AC Delco original equipment. The only parts designed, engineered, tested, and backed by General Motors. You can find your perfect fit for most makes and models and choose from 3 tiers of parts, including GM OE or gold and silver aftermarket parts. Visit gmparts.com for more information.
This episode is brought to you by Hyundai. Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get a deal so right it almost feels wrong. For big savings on their most popular models, visit HyundaiUSA.com. Offers end September 2nd, 2025.
Drink it in, man. Loyal, diehard, Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Eric Oki, right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast for another one of those Kool-Aid packets. Hitting you up on a Monday here. I think I'm just going to do news and notes. I got a few takes, opinions. I don't know if I have a rant in me today. We'll see what happens, as well as just some good old delicious Honolulu blue flavored Kool-Aid. Say it 3 times fast. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in, man. Side of cornbread.
Cornbread!
Gotta make it a double.
Cornbread!
And what's going on with those lines? And I feel like the key when they're just getting into camp, you know, Hall of Fame game, preseason games, is the young cats. You gotta keep your eye on the young guys. I'm talking about guys like Gio Manu, Sione Vaki, Broderick Martin, who I hear is underperforming once again, Isaac Tesla. You got guys like, who I haven't talked a bit about but seems to be doing really well, Tyleek Williams. We just don't like the school that he came from.
Hey, listen, Ohio State sucks.
Ohio State is vanquished.
But besides them sucking and them being vanquished, like, Tyleek as a player looks the part. I like his swag. I feel like he's got good mentality. He's big and physical. He's got sweet feet. I like a lot of things about the player the more and more I see him. Gosh, you just go up and down the list and you're hoping guys like Ahmad Hassanian. This guy's getting a lot of pub. He does a lot of great interviews. Seems just like I don't want to call him naive, but he just seems like a kid who yes or no sir, do whatever, happy to be here, rush the passer with his hair on fire type of guy. And I think that's going to be fun to watch. So you really want to, between the guys last year, this year, when you're talking of rookies, guys that haven't performed, but you think they have some ceiling, those are the type of guys you want to highlight. I did hear things over the last couple of days that Tesla has been making plays. He's been mossing people. He's going deep. He's running nice routes. He's got sure hands. All those things are beautiful to hear based on the price they paid for him. As well as, can you imagine this team with another wideout, a guy that every interview I've seen, Tesla has a lot of like moxie for a third round, probably should have been picked in the 5th or 6th type rookie. He's confident, he's not afraid to say, I'm sure he's pretty respectful to his teammates, but there might be something about this kid where he's just like not only better than we expect, but just like loves playing for his hometown team so much that he's not going to back down. He's going to make sure to be in his playbook, be raring to go, and all that is a great thing for the Detroit Lions. So I keep my eye on all those, Amon Ra is going to ball out in practice. Penei Sewell is going to be a beast. But I have heard, and tell me if I'm crazy, has anybody else heard like one too many reports about Penei Sewell getting roasted, toasted, and extra crispy, or bullied, or beat on pass rushes? Yes, I know it's against Aiden Hutchinson because he's been unleashed.
Unleash Hutch.
I understand, but I don't want Penei Sewell, who's supposed to be an unbeatable top 10 NFL player regardless of position, getting beat. And it feels like multiple times. Most time it's by him. Was there actually a report that Marcus Davenport beat Penei Sewell? That just makes me mad.
Got some good news for your ears. More of that good stuff is coming up. And even better news for your hair. The best hair care is at Sephora. They've got all kinds of products for every kind of hair. From brands like Amika, Kerastase, Day, and K18. You knew where to get great audio. Now, you know where to get great hair care, too. Sephora. Good news for great hair. Shop hair care now at Sephora.com.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask kindergarten teacher Miss Gibson.
Give me just one Clorox wipe and I'm ready for glitter glue, exploded lunchbox yogurt, peanut butter handprints, runny noses, picking noses, rubbing noses.
Touching noses.
Thank you, Edward. Ooh, nap mats and lockers and tissue boxes. And
Clorox
scissors.
disinfecting wipes. Teacher's #1 wipe. Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
This episode is brought to you by Liquid IV. When you hydrate with Liquid IV, you're powered by Hydroscience. Hydroscience is Liquid IV's science-backed formula with an optimized ratio of electrolytes, vitamins, and nutrients. Experience great-tasting hydration for mental clarity, physical endurance, and overall well-being. Sip into something that up-levels every moment. Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Visit us at liquidiv.com.
Hey, this is Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast, here to help you make the most of your summer with Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer worth playing for. Play for it with the guys when you're competing to see who can sink more birdies on the golf course, because winning tastes even better with Ultra on the line. Play for Ultra. Fill your fridge with Michelob Ultra this summer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Leading a business today means constantly adapting. On the Executive Insights podcast, brought to you by AWS, global leaders share how they're making tough calls, testing bold ideas, and putting innovation into practice, generative AI included. If you're looking for real stories behind what's working, this is it. Subscribe to the Executive Insights podcast today, available now on all major podcast platforms.
So many ways. And while I'm on Marcus Davenport, I'm not going to do a full rant. No, I don't have the sound drop keyed up. But it's like, I can't understand why all the Lions players, and especially Brad, always open for business homes, and Dan Freaky Campbell, why do they love Marcus Davenport? They act like he's the end-all, be-all edge rusher. They think he's the perfect fit for this team. They are not concerned one bit about all his injury issues. But you know why I don't understand why they like him? This guy's an abomination when he steps to the podium. Did anybody see his interview? He was talking about, don't look at me, and I'm not sure, and that's a tough question. And they were not tough questions. All these were just absolute easy layup questions. And Marcus Davenport was all over the map with his mentality, his way he answered, what he said, how aloof he seemed. It was the anti-grit non-tough, unsure, not like, it seemed like everything that this regime wouldn't like. And I'm sure he's like that behind the scenes. I'm sure he's like that when, I don't know, they were negotiating to keep him here again. And he's like, oh, I'm not sure. I really don't like the spotlight. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. Oh, I don't know what I do best. I'm just trying hard. Like, all these ridiculous, terrible answers. I got to bring in Charles, because every interview for Marcus Davenport is this.
That's terrible.
I agree, Charles. Absolutely terrible.
That's terrible.
Oh my gosh, just shut up, Marcus Davenport. Stay healthy and make plays, and I'll lay off you. But until then, I hate your game. I don't like the way you look. I don't like what you say. I'm sure in some ways you're a good human being, but you're going to need to make a lot of plays on the football field and do a lot less interviews for me to like this player, despite all the people I respect, our head coach, our GM, Hutchinson, all the guys on the defense, offensive players saying this guy's an absolute monster. Like, no. Not at all, in my opinion. So that's been going on as well, as Marcus Davenport has been upsetting me, while others act like he's a Hall of Famer. Can't believe we have him. Wait till you see this guy. It's like, I've seen this guy. Rarely, but I've seen him, and then I see him on the IR list a lot. I see him on the injured list a lot. I see him talked about what he's going to do. I just don't see him do anything. Pretty consistently. Back to like 6 years ago when he had a good year maybe with the Saints. So that's going on. I feel like it gets annoying too in preseason when you hear everybody talk about, well, if he stays healthy, you could have, I hope he stays healthy. Hey, when they finish every interview, stay healthy out there. The NFL gets really annoying when it comes down to who's hurt, can you compete, all these guys getting serious injuries. Like, we want to see our top players. The fans want to see the stars of the NFL. We don't want to worry about which star is actually going to make it to week 15 because he somehow didn't break his arm, blow out his knee, tear his Achilles, so it's already getting on me. Like, we haven't had many serious things, but it's like all this talk about injuries, it almost like sours me from the NFL, because it's like you want to just enjoy the game, you want to move up your team, you want to be excited about the roster you have, and then anybody, your friend, national media, your family, people are just like, well, we'll see if anybody who gets hurt, and then we'll know if we're going to be good or not. It's like, yeah, I know. But so that's going on. So I guess if you're a fan, you are pretty much on edge about injuries, who's going to get hurt, are we going to stay healthy? And that will play a key factor. There's no question. We saw it last year. We've seen it a ton of times. If you're a Lions fan, we're usually the most hurt team in the league. Even when we have a good year, at the worst time, our top guy goes down, and that gets very, very frustrating. You would like a overly healthy season and guys to overperform and us to just ball out, which we did a few years ago when we went to San Fran and should have won the NFC Championship, been in the Super Bowl. You guys remember that? I do. So we got that going on.
Amazon One Medical presents Painful Thoughts.
I've been on hold to make a doctor's appointment for 23 minutes now. The automated voice has told me 47 times that my call is very important to them. I'm starting to think that they don't think my call is important at all.
With Amazon One Medical 24/7 virtual care, you'll get help fast without having to remain on the line to make an appointment. Amazon One Medical. Healthcare just got less painful.
Chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can make me feel like a spectator in my own life.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine preventive treatment.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
So good, so good, so good.
New markdowns up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. And that means thousands of can't-miss deals just in time for summer.
The denim section is unreal.
Why do I rack? All the dresses.
I always find something amazing.
Plus, buy it online and pick it up in-store the same day for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Class is now in session. And the UPS Store is here to help you ace arriving on campus. Our certified packing experts can pack everything you need, from desktops to decor. Plus, when you pack and ship with us, you get our exclusive pack and ship guarantee. Your items arrive safe or your money back. Restrictions and limitations apply. To get a 20% off packing coupon and for full details, visit theupsstore.com/packing.
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Because at Blinds.com, the only thing we treat better than windows is you. Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide, plus a professional measure at no cost. Rules and restrictions apply.
You know, I love what I'm hearing about Jack Campbell. You know, Dan freaking Campbell told him he's the leader of this defense, his defense. They had that talk. Jack Campbell isn't shying away from that like before when he was doing his ho-hum, you know, country bumpkin routine. He's like, nope, I'm all here for it. I'm going to play my heart out. I'm going to do everything. I think he had some weird quote, which I laughed out loud about. He was doing an interview, and he's like talking about how, like, you know, if I go out there and, you know, a guy makes a play on me, I just put it behind me and forget about it. And, like, if I go out there and maybe I get the best of somebody, I do a good job, it doesn't even mean anything. It's like, okay, Jack, so you kill yourself when you make a little mistake, and if you make a good play, it doesn't matter. All right, we got you, man. You're a hard worker, good dude. Hoping he can really ball out this year. Told you guys about my boy Brian Branch, Nike Blue Vapor Fuse Elite, whatever they call it, jersey. I mean, that thing's incredible. I can't wait to don that week 2 against Benedict. You know, there's a little bit, I think it's going down. I hate to say this kind of stuff because you never know what might happen in life, but I got the, like, crazy idea, like, late last week, Thursday or Friday. I was like, you know, the Lions are in Canton. They probably won't play in the Hall of Fame game for another 10 plus years. You know, my uncle's up here, my Uncle Eric from Oklahoma, real fun dude. He's kind of visiting family. Maybe I'll reach out to him. If he's down, maybe we hit a road trip. We head to Canton, go see the sights, hang out with the loyal, diehard Detroit Koolaid drinkers, get a good burger, cook up steak, bring the grill, do whatever, hang outside for a day and a half, and enjoy the sights over in Canton, Ohio. So I think that's going down, to be honest. I think that we're going to be loading up either Wednesday night or Thursday morning and making that road trip. I think it's about 5.5, 6 hours. Go there. I really have no want to go to the game whatsoever. I mean, it's a terrible football game. We all know this, but like, and I don't even know if we'd get in, if you can get into the Hall of Fame. I'd kind of like to go through that and see that if we're going to be there. But it just seems like a cool time to just go be around fans, to kick off of the NFL season. There's no pressure, like I said, for the game. You might run into some Hall of Famers. You might kind of find a couple cool places to eat, both on the road trip and when you're in Canton, Ohio. So if anybody's going to be there, or you have any recommendations of what to do or how to really enjoy the experience, hit me up at Derek Okrie. That's spelled the only way you can spell it, DEREK OKRIE, on the old Twitter machine, the X universe out there, and give me some tips. But I think we're going to do that. I really haven't jumped in the car and taken a roadie here in a bit. I always love that, especially when you got the football, a grill, got the jerseys out. You get there, you maybe hand out some Kool-Aid packets or some cards about the show, hang out with some fans, laugh it up, turn right back around and head home. So I think that's going down late next week. That'll be fun. So hopefully the Lions get out of that game healthy, do their thing, and kind of
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Visit USAA.com/bundle.
Bundle savings are off total premium, not available in all states or in all situations. To qualify, auto policy must be active prior to property policy issue, subject to change. Restrictions apply. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
My name is Happy Gilmore. I haven't swung a club in years.
You know what you gotta do. Grip it and rip it.
Or... Oh, now that is some Happy Gilmore.
Everyone is talking about the comeback kid, Happy Gilmore.
Happy Knee.
Yeah, baby.
Happy Gilmore 2, only on Netflix July 25th. Rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
After Zoomies at the dog park, it's time for Drive Up at Target. In goes a big bag of kibble and one squeaky chicken toy for the good boy. Drive Up that's ready when you are, only in the Target app. Just tap Target.
hopefully they have a good experience with that extra preseason game, get some of their young ball players some snaps, as well as we get there and just kind of have a fun day outside with football all around us and no hustle and bustle about we got to get into the game, we paid all this money for these tickets. Like, you kind of just go there and be around football and enjoy it rather than the craziness of like a game day or that big time feel of an NFL, real game experience that happens. So I am looking forward to all that. What else is happening with this football team where I can just end this Kool-Aid packet? I mean, I think, it's going to be a lot of back and forth maybe between Graham Glasgow and Tate Ratledge at center and guard. I'm really not too worried about it. I feel like Tate Ratledge is plug and play at right guard, so if they really want him to be center, I would just kind of get him as much opportunity as possible until he proves that he can't do it, or if he proves he can't do it, and if he proves he's raring to go and he's better than Graham or they're even, you just roll with him at center from day one. If he really isn't showing that he can do it yet, just because it's a lot and he's a rookie and he's getting his strength up and he's, rookie year is tough too because you go from college ball to training for the combine to that draft process to it's training camp, it's mini camp workouts, whatever, OTAs. With no break there, maybe they do kind of ease him in, teach him in the background, and then next year he really rolls. So I'm not worried about that either way. You're hearing buzz about guys like Lovett, which, cool, he made some plays. Like, if he makes the bottom of the roster, maybe helps in kick returns, that's all fine and well, but I'm not going to do backflips over that. It's definitely going to be those top round rookies that need to take that next step, need to develop, the way the team comes together. Like, I feel like we have plenty on offense. All the offensive guys have a lot of confidence. Defense has a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger when you're talking about corners. DJ Reed, Terrion Arnold, Meek Robertson as your top three. And then you move back to the safeties with Kerbo, Brian Branch. But I feel like if you look at the safety depth, there's not much behind those guys. And again, you don't want to have a couple injuries at corner, but there's not a ton of guys I trust after those top few. You do have Ennis the Menace. I don't want to forget about Ennis Rakestraw. Hopefully he can stay healthy or get healthy. I don't even know he was out there, and he had chest contusion, which seems like something you should be able to fight through. I don't know if he got back to practice yet, but hopefully he did. He's a nice backup that could be starter quality. But some of that depth really worries me. Even when you hear a DJ Reader, DJ, that's our DJ, you know.
Go DJ, that's my DJ. Go DJ,
yeah. Even when you hear great things about him balling, you're kind of like, okay, well, we need him to do it for all preseason, all regular season, into the playoffs. We hope that he can do that, but didn't show us enough last year, but has been a good pro. So if he can have a nice bounce back, that'd be nice. You got him, you got Tyleek in the inside. On the outside, you don't have a ton. You don't have a ton of depth interior either. You got a lot of guys that, even though we're hanging our hat, have proven they can't stay on the field, or when they do, they're just not productive enough. So I'm still concerned about the defensive line. And as I say that, all I've heard from reporters is multiple days, the D-line is wrecking shop. The D-line was the star of this practice. It's like, I don't know if I should be excited for that, or say, like, does that say something about our retooled O-line? You know, I haven't heard many glowing things about Mahogany. I haven't heard, that Tate Rat is just bullying people. I haven't heard that Graham is back to his old form and rolling. So as much as I hear these reports about the D-line going good, I wonder, is the O-line struggling?
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtuo Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your Virtuo Pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
Today's top story: the flavor merger of the century between the Peanut Butter Group and Chocolatey Corp. Joining me is a PBC executive.
Thanks for having me, Barry.
Now, how did you know the merger and the byproduct of it, Jif peanut butter and chocolate flavored spread, would be a success?
You know, it was a gut feeling, a rumbling, if you will. Besides, they're two titans of taste.
Very true. Goes great with pretzels.
And pancakes.
Apples too, I bet. Try Jif PBC today.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
As a sports fan, I have to confess. Sometimes the game gets kind of boring. That's when I unfold my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 and use multi-window viewing on its large screen. Boring game? I'm checking out my fantasy baseball league at the same time. Score still 1-0? I'm replying to emails in the other window, scoring points with the boss. Semifinals finally getting exciting? I'm buying tickets to the finals and booking my flights. Can your phone do that?
The new Galaxy Z Fold 7. Get yours at Samsung.com.
Are we getting pushed around by a ho-hum defensive line when you got to go up against teams like KC and Philly, and these teams that are just loaded up front with all pros in multiple spots? But I feel like Shep is going to be a very confident alpha male type defensive coordinator. I've even heard people say that it might be better with Shep as the DC than AG Aaron Glenn. And I feel like that could be the case. He's been around, people respect him, he's got new vision, he's got a little more juice. As much as Aaron Glenn is highly respected and did a nice job here, there were plenty of games where we were a little frustrated with some of the things he was doing or all the points we let up at times. So a young, fiery guy like Shep, who wants to bring the house a little bit more, wants to empower his players, wants to just find a new way to play defense in Detroit, might be a nice blessing in disguise, a nice change-up. So I'm actually excited to see that. But does he have the parts? That was the thing about Aaron Glenn. Is like, if you get him this, he'll be good. If you get him more of this, he'll be good. If you get him this, the defense will finally be... And it just kind of like took incremental steps up, but it was never a strong point for this team. The offense has always carried us the last few years to W's and to just what we've done on the football field. So I'm curious to see how it all works out. Like, don't glean too much from preseason. If they go out and score a bunch of points, that doesn't mean the offense is incredible. If they struggle on offense, it doesn't mean that we took a big step back without Benedict calling the plays. And same on the defensive side of the ball. Like, yeah, you want to see a few splash plays from Hassanin. You want to see the interior, maybe Tyleek get some nice reps. Who's playing, support linebacker in case Anzo isn't ready to go, or, that's going to be behind Derek Barnes and Campbell, things like that. Who is that kid out of Grand Valley State? Can he be a third, fourth, fifth? When you're talking about a safety type player, can Ennis get some reps on the outside so we can see what we got from a second round pick? Those are going to be important. And then, like you say, just, sort of seeing that depth on the O-line. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see Miles Frazier, but can we see Gio? Can Sorsdahl do enough to still be a nice depth player? Or will he be working at the bowling alley? Like, those are the things we'll keep our eye on. And then just kind of like those depth offensive players. Like, hey, do we have a good fifth receiver? How's our fourth running back look? What does Hendon Hooker do H2O from a backup quarterback type role? He's made some plays in practice. People still say, oh, but he's behind, Allen, he's the third. It's like,
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold! Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at Friskies.com or visit your local store.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
Are you a forward thinker? Then you need an HR and finance platform that thinks like you do. Workday is the AI platform that helps propel your organization, your workforce, and your industry into the future. Workday, moving business forever forward.
We need the kid to take the number 2 as well as just be a nice, solid pro in case Jared Goff gets hurt. So plenty to watch. I'm excited. I know a lot of you. I know it's going to be a Honolulu Blue out in Canton if we do make this roadie, which I think we will. You know there ain't going to be nobody from the Charger fans showing up. It is kind of fun, though, to have Dan freaking Campbell against Jim Harbaugh. That makes for a fun opening preseason. It's just like, hey, man, football's back. It's Canton, Ohio. Football heaven, as what Marshall Faulk or one of those guys said in their speeches. So lots to look forward to. You know the Lions media will be out in force. I'm sure there's some good eateries, some good things to do around the Hall of Fame, as well as let's go in there and get a dubski, as well as just look good, play some good football, keep everybody upright, feeling good, and just keep this thing rolling. So everybody, that's what I got for this Kool-Aid packet. Checking you out on a Monday. I don't even know what we got for flagship. I don't know if Chops is back, or are we going to have Logan on either this week or next. I got to check the old schedule, see what we got rolling. But, you know, I'll be here giving content, doing gimmicks, as well as keeping up with this football team. It is back. Football is rolling. Got to enjoy some back-together weekend coverage this weekend, which is always fun, seeing all the training camps, all the interviews. Love all that. And just that we're back rolling. I think somebody put out on the Twitterverse that as of, what was it? Not this weekend. I think next Saturday we have football until February. And the Lions kick off on Thursday at 8 p.m. What is it? NBC for the Hall of Fame game. So it's back, baby. There's no stopping it now. It's only going to get more and more. It's only going to get better and better. And the Lions are going to do what they do and win the Super Bowl this year. Should have won it previous. Going to get it done this year, everybody. That's what I got. Catch you next time on the Koolaid Cast flagship, everybody. I'm out.
Cornbread! Cornbread!